Welcome to Two Women in Crypto, a weekly podcast birthed on a whim by two women who are excited about the cryptocurrency landscape and have a shared passion about empowering others to step into the digital, tokenized world of the future. We offer tips, tricks, and our own individual insights as to how to begin to navigate this shift. We are not financial advisors nor experts. We are just here to encourage you to look at the possibilities. So welcome to the future. You're right on time.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back, everybody. I think everyone needs to take like a deep breath, right, Kel? It's been a crazy week.
It has been a crazy week ever since that Eclipse energy, actually before that Eclipse energy came in. But then when that Eclipse energy came in, no bar holds. Here we go.
That's it. I know. And a blood moon. And it's so interesting to listen to so many different researchers speak and how they read the charts and combine like the lunar eclipse, the blood moon, really interesting.
Absolutely.
Talking about like sacrifice, and here at the same time we have FTX collapsing. It's very interesting.
The markets are all run by all of that, regardless of what you think. It is all very much slated with the stars. And this eclipse has been being talked about for the last couple of years, actually. So it wasn't a surprise that one soldier somewhere fell, and that was FTX.
Yeah. So, again, like everybody who's in crypto, obviously, I think, we all understand like what's going on. With FTX and the CEO, Sam Bankman Fried. He's actually, I put that song together, DeFi Plan, and Sam Bankman Fried speaks at the end of that song, and everyone should go back, listen to that song, and listen to what Sam Bankman Fried says. Because what he said was exactly what he did to make his company go bankrupt.
Yep, that's a very good point. And those of you that aren't familiar with it, if you go to the hodlers, HODLRS.net, you'll find access to the song there.
Yep, and all our songs are on YouTube as well. So, basically what he did is people like us will buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever on FTX, and they lend the money out so they can pay interest to the people who hold their coins on the exchange. But again, he over leveraged the company, and I mean, it causes like a whole cascading effect. And, the more like I thought about it, because Voyager was getting bailed out, right? Voyager declares bankruptcy. Sam Bankman Fried swoops in, buys Voyager. Mm-hmm. And now not only is FTX insolvent, I don't think people from Voyager are going to get their money back. And I hate to say it, but unless we have another company that comes in, and at this point, honestly, I don't know, because Sam Bankman Fried, what he did, I don't know if it was illegal, but it was definitely immoral. So, just super bad. Alameda Research was started by FTX. Alameda Research was one of the companies that was over leveraged with Voyager. Sam Bankman Fried was also connected with Three Arrows Capital. Three Arrows Capital was one of the reasons why Celsius and Voyager went out of business. So is this a big freaking scam? We don't know. Time will tell. But we knew, right? After Sam Bankman Fried's been meeting with the regulators, he had a meeting with Gary Gensler a couple months ago in March. Where's Gary Gensler protecting us, Kelly?
Well, I mean, right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right? He's just keeps saying that, we need to regulate crypto. Well, crypto's been in existence now for 14 years. So you don't want it to be regulated. I really think it's like part of the plan to shake retail investors out. How much money can you take from us?
Right. Yeah, no, it's all very much part of the plan. I don't think there's any coincidence to anything that's taking place out there. Well, regardless, it doesn't matter how you look at it on any level.
And again, it's just, to me, it's kind of like suspicious. And another reason why I love crypto, because we do get to expose a lot of this fraud that's going on in the industry. Sam Bankman Fried has been meeting with the SEC. He has been meeting with the CFTC. They're a regulated cryptocurrency exchange, the third largest in the United States.
Right.
So these folks aren't doing their job. Same with Celsius, same with Voyager.
And like you said, it's, they're trying to shake the retail and put massive fear out in the market, but it's still, and you and I both are on the same page here, it's such an enormous opportunity for us. We just have to continue to ride these waves and not get in that pool of fear or disbelief about crypto or the blockchain period, because it's here and here we go.
Yeah. And we're moving into this digitized economy. Right. So again, it makes sense that the more people who invest in the new economy on blockchain, you think the government and all these folks want regular people to really succeed. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Yep. It absolutely is.
Yep. And, just like fun fact, Sam Bankman Fried donated $2 billion for lobbying for the Biden administration. So,
yeah, fun fact.
He went from a billionaire to declaring bankruptcy. So,
overnight, pretty much. So,
yeah, it's so crazy. Couple of tweets between him and the CEO of Binance. Binance didn't like the fact that Sam Bankman Fried was going behind other crypto projects' backs. And then boom, a day later, very suspicious.
Yep. Yeah, it's really interesting. And I am thoroughly enjoying Twitter because I can watch all the drama
in real time.
I can just like, oh, another tweet. Let's peek at this. It's awesome. I mean, not that it's awesome, because it's not. But it's awesome.
Not awesome. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like so many people have so much money on these exchanges. And again, like FTX is marketed everywhere, like they're on like the umpire shirts, like just so much money has gone into this company. So I wonder how this whole thing is going to play out. So,
and who's the football player that's involved with it?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Now there's a lot of rumors going around that Sam Bankman Fried is releasing the money to all of these like high-end players.
Yeah. So, I remember when he and Giselle got involved in the whole crypto thing, and it was a really big push for crypto at the time. It was like, okay, people really started, if he's doing it, I'm going to do it type thing. So, which I get, I understand that, but
yeah. And at the same time, like if you follow Sam Bankman Fried on Twitter, you can see what he's saying. I'm sorry, your funds are the most important. I want to make this right. I want to make retail investors whole. No, you don't, Sam. Because if you did, you never would have over leveraged all of your trades to put retail investors in this position in the first place. Same with Voyager, same with Celsius.
Yeah.
While they're all meeting with Gary Gensler at the SEC, whose job is to protect retail investors. And they're going to use this to come down hard. Regulation on crypto. We got to over-regulate. We have to know every time someone uses cryptocurrency because of FTX, because of Celsius. I'm sorry, but they're all centralized exchanges. And it really makes me angry because people don't understand, and people are going to be like, oh yeah, it's so corrupt. No, it's not. It's the centralized legacy systems that are corrupt, like FTX, centralized. You don't see any problems with Uniswap, Sushi Swap.
Right.
Because it's decentralized finance. So folks, decentralized finance is the answer to the centralized problems. If you don't have a ledger or a Trezor or a SafePal, and if you're broke and you don't have $50 to spend right now because the market keeps going down and you keep buying the dip, eventually we all run out of money, get yourself a Trust Wallet, Exodus, Atomic. There's soft wallets out there that you can download the app on your phone and it's free. Get your coins offline. And I'm speculating here, but I want to make a mention of this, Kel. FTX invested 7.6% into Robinhood. Is Robinhood in trouble? If you have coins on Robinhood, get them off. I don't care what exchange it is right now. And again, I get it. You need on-ramps. Get your money on, buy your coins, get them off. Just get them offline.
Yeah, on any exchange period, because there's lots of rumors out there about others as well. And there has been for months, but there's even more so after this FTX situation.
Yeah, for sure. So we just want to be super mindful of this. And again, we won't have to worry when we become our own bank. Right. So with all the instability and uncertainty going on in the world, just get your crypto offline, because crypto is the future of finance and it's all going to the blockchain.
Yeah. It is. And none of this is financial advice. We're just here for your entertainment purposes only.
That's right. We don't know what we're talking about.
We have no idea. But
I mean, come on. We're two women talking about crypto. That's it. But this is our opinion and this is what we're doing. You know, it's like Kelly and I are never in panic mode because our coins are offline. So when something like this happens, of course, we feel really badly for people. Regular people have become millionaires. And listening to Sam Bankman Fried, you would trust that they're safe. YouTubers, really big time crypto holders, like the Coin Bureau, okay, guy, the crypto guy, he had money on FTX. I think Ben Armstrong of BitBoy Crypto, like him or not, but I think he had money on FTX too. So most of our coins should always be offline. Yeah. And right now, for me, just all of it, just get it all offline. Because there's a shakeout going down. And it's like people keep asking me, right, Kel, like, when's the bottom, Andrea? When's the bottom? And it's just like, well, I don't know. I think when we have 200 cryptocurrency projects left, because there's about 20,000 right now. And that's what I'm looking for. So, you know, we don't know for sure.
Yeah. No, we don't know. And there's got to be a shakeout. And we've been saying that for a long time. There's too many projects out there that don't have any legs to stand on it. And it's not to devalue anybody out there. It's just the way it's going to be. You have to shake out some of them.
Yeah. And I mean, and the thing is, it's just like, if you're interested in participating in decentralized finance, just reach out to us. You know, this is what we do. We can stake our coins on the blockchain without using centralized exchanges. And we're earning passive income, which is a non-taxable event.
Right.
You know, and everything's been safe there. So let's just keep that in mind. But here's something kind of fun. With the market kind of falling the way it was, like in free fall for like a little while. And then I'm reading, you know, all of the news, and I see the biggest sponsor for the 2023-2024 Bitcoin conference is Shell.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that. How interesting.
I just saw it last night before I went to sleep, right? Because I passed out. We got hit again with the hurricane. Florida's a mess. I mean, I feel so bad. It's terrible. It's just too much water, y'all. Like, you can move to Florida and have freedom, but man, you're paying for it. You know, if you live on beachside, it's pretty rough. But when I saw that with Shell, really interesting, because I recently taught a class about Energy Web Token and the Energy Web Foundation, and they have a use case called Green Proofs. Green Proofs, which is going to help Bitcoin miners become green using Energy Web Token. Who is Energy Web Foundation partnered with? Shell.
I mean,
you can't make this stuff up, right?
No, you always need to look behind the curtain. It's like, who is it? It's like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. Well, who's really controlling the strings? It's just a facade that, the picture that's being painted. But that's really interesting. I did not know that Shell was that. I mean, I knew Shell was involved, but
yeah. So again, we're going to see like the decarbonization of our economy, so this to me is like part of it. And at the same time, it's just like, what a great time to kind of hustle and start putting some cash. Just keep putting cash to the side, like $25, $200, $2,000, like wherever you are, put cash to the side. Because I went back and looked at the Amazon charts again. Amazon during that big crash, it went down 95%. If Bitcoin went down, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but if Bitcoin went down 95% from its all-time high of 69,000, you're looking at a $3,500 Bitcoin.
Yep.
So again, nothing in the cryptocurrency market has changed, right? Kelly and I were fundamental analysis here, right? Nothing has changed. We are moving forward, moving to this new digital economy. It's the centralized exchanges and maybe some banking systems that are going to be falling. Now, people at FTX were getting their paychecks deposited into FTX's account.
Right.
So if you're doing that with Coinbase and crypto.com and Binance, just get out for now.
No, we mentioned that a couple podcasts ago. There's no way that I would be doing that at this time with any exchange.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I'd be a proponent of when you get your paycheck, go cash it and pull it out of the bank. That's what I'm a believer of.
Yeah, just keep your money in the bank to cover your bills, So, it's just a lot of stuff, and I just, I just hate to see people get so hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the same time, we're moving fast forward into this economy, and we're going to have regulation in the beginning of 2023, right? So, I mean, that's basically it. We have midterm elections are over. We're moving forward. I wouldn't be surprised. January, February, March, we'll get the announcement. Banks will start custodying crypto, like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Truist, whatever your bank is. It's coming. And it makes sense that they're not going to want all of these exchanges, all these cryptocurrency exchanges, to survive the transition over into the digital economy.
Right.
And they want to overregulate it. So very interesting, So be your own bank. We say it, one time, 2 times, 3 times, over and over again. Be your own bank. Be your own bank until this is over. Now I was able, since we didn't record yesterday morning. We're usually recording Thursday mornings, but the inflation numbers came in.
CPI,
and they beat expectations. So that's why we saw the market dump, and then we saw the market recover really, really quickly. I mean, not really recover, but it went up a lot. So what a great time to make a quick trade, get in and out, and a learning experience, right? We're just following the markets, even if we're not using real money. When bad news happens, the market drops, people are scared, we're buying, the market pops up, we're taking our profits.
Yep. And if you're new to the trading, there is definitely a finesse that goes with those in and out moves. So,
right. Or you just watch it. I just watched this one because my target for Ethereum was $1,000. And I still believe Ethereum's going to be $1,000, if not lower. The fallout of FTX isn't over. It's not. it's not over yet. And we saw rumors about crypto.com, but I'm kind of more worried about Robinhood at this point.
I agree completely. And I do think I completely agree. I would be more concerned about Robinhood as well. But that being said, anybody that's holding coins on crypto.com, because they had halted their withdrawals for a time this week, to go ahead and, again, move your coins onto your wallet as soon as possible, just to be safe. And crypto.com is the sponsor for the FIFA World Cup. One of the sponsors, if I remember correctly.
Oh, it's Algorand.
Yeah, but I saw a commercial for crypto.com as well.
Oh, that's somewhere. Interesting. You know, Kel, wasn't it crypto.com that bought the rights to name the LA stadium?
I think it was. And interestingly enough, because as I work through all hours of the day, I listen to music videos and just have music playing, and sometimes a tune will catch my attention. So I'll actually look and see what's on the screen. I saw a video with Charlie Puth recently where I think he recorded it months ago, though, but it shows him actively making a trade on crypto.com. And guys, folks, I mean, seriously, I get such a kick out of this stuff because it's like, really? I just find that fascinating that they're doing that. And of course, they get paid to do that, to incorporate that into their video. But it's really fascinating to me when I saw that. It's like, oh, how interesting. Kind of like, when Matt Damon came out during the Super Bowl last year, same situation.
Fortune favors the brave. That's right. Be brave. Yep. Buy your Bitcoin and Ethereum and be brave again. And transfer it offline. Right? Put it on your wallet. Put it on your wallet. Be brave. Become your own bank. Because they can't steal our money. Because to me, that's what they're doing. Yeah. Instead of doing bank bail-ins at legacy banks, they're bailing themselves in on these cryptocurrency exchanges. I mean, that's pretty much how I see it, because that's what it is. We're talking billions of dollars. Like, if who knows how this whole thing is going to play out, but just be your own bank. Be your own bank and know you're holding money in the new financial economy. Because I look at adoption and I look at an announcement from HSBC, one of the largest banks in the world, and they're bringing their Orion blockchain to HSBC to tokenize the bond market. Okay. So again, totally centralized. We're not big fans of this, but this is reality. And this is what they're doing. So the digitization and tokenization is coming. Speaking of tokenization, Kelly.
Oh. And
so now we can buy tokenized real estate on Ripple, right? On XRP Ledger. Okay. So you can actually go to the XRP Ledger and buy real estate.
In Portugal?
I forget where it was. I'm trying to find my notes here.
I'm just looking at a link. It says Ripple to revamp Portugal real estate industry.
That's right. The name of the company is called ProprHome. So
those of you that are interested in moving to Portugal, and I have many friends that have been traveling over to Portugal thinking they're going to claim home there. And as long as you're not an impact on their economy and things of that nature, they typically are pretty allowant of that. So here you go. Here's another way to live in Portugal virtually.
Yeah, really cool. And again, it's like with some of the tokenization of real estate, it's you don't even have to live in Portugal. You can live anywhere if you always wanted to, just get into real estate. What a great way to do it. Like you don't need 20% down or 25% down. And again, it's just a super liquid market. So you could buy real estate 6 months later, decide, hey, I changed my mind. I want to go and invest in this project. You just sell your coins on the open market and it's just super liquid. So really, really interesting. So we have the bond market being tokenized. We have real estate markets being tokenized. And then, let's just take a look at like telecommunications, right? Because I know that Sam Bankman Fried, he's a big time proponent and investor in Solana. Solana partnered with the Helium network, peer-to-peer telecommunications, right, for the Internet of Things. And their sensors, you could go to the Helium website and look at all the different sensors all around the world to bring the Internet of Things for peer-to-peer telecommunications. You can actually become like a telephone operator in your own home by purchasing like a little like Raspberry Pi type of machine. And when I look at the dumps that are going on right now, if Solana can make this because they're partnered with T-Mobile, right? Then what a great time to dollar cost average into Solana. I don't like Solana. I'm not buying it. But again, this is just one more, like buy the dip. If this is the future, because I believe it is, I haven't seen anything that says otherwise, then we let's just, it's just something to watch.
Interesting.
Yeah, super interesting. I mean, it's like telecommunications, we have energy, so many different things are all going to be like put in a digital version and tokenized.
I'm going to have to look a little bit further into that one too. But I'm not interested in Solana either. Yeah. I'm going to stay away from that project, but I am interested on what's being rolled out for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I always just like to try to look at these things because again, when you look at like sometimes when the market drops, you could go on some of these like exchanges or like TradingView or even Coinbase, and you could put in like losers, like who's the top loser today? And if you see something like Solana or Matic drops 40%, in a day or two, it could be back up 40%. So and I think that kind of happened with Matic. When Matic fell so low, it recovered. But, if you're an investor and not a trader, it's just such a great time to dollar cost average. And I know so many people were doing it. So it's so cool to see because the longer you're in the crypto market, the more you learn like, wow, this is like really like a fire sale. Like I'm going to get in. And even if it goes lower, like some people were like, oh man, I bought Bitcoin at 18,000. I should have waited. And I was like, no, Bitcoin's all-time high was 69,000. Do you think Bitcoin's going back to 69,000?
And even those that came into the market at a very late stage, if you will, in the bull market, and if you decided to hodl, which many, many people did, there's nothing wrong with that. The beauty of trading in cryptocurrencies is that you're not on margin call. And it's not like you're going to get liquidated based on the market movement. You might, your funds may lessen in value for a time, but, it's just need to let it ride.
Right. And like, let's just say you were someone who started buying Bitcoin at 65,000. Well, now that it's like 18, 19,000, you dollar cost average in. So you're lowering that 65,000 entry. Right. So, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. And I honestly believe, like, especially after last week's podcast with like, we know the central banking systems are buying up as much gold as they can. Same thing with Bitcoin, right? We just want to diversify and and just kind of spread out our wealth a little bit more, during such volatile times. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what's going to happen. With the Fed raising their interest rates the way they've been, it's possible, right? Because when the Fed raises rates, we see it go into effect a couple months down the road, right? So now we're just starting to see inflation numbers drop, but it's a headline number, has nothing to do with food and energy because those prices are going through the roof. The guy at Publix told me that eggs are going to be $10, one of the workers there. So, inflation isn't really going down for the average person, but for folks that invest in the stock market, that's great for them, right?
Right. Yep.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So we just want to keep our eyes on this. Oh, another fun fact I saw this morning on LinkedIn. So Elon Musk is saying that there's a possibility that Twitter is going to go bankrupt. And this is what I'm going to say. This is a possibility to buy Twitter at a really, really low price.
Right, before he takes it private. Because I wonder if he'll take it private at some point too.
there's so much speculation going on right now. I mean, we have to remember what this man is creating.
Right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I mean, I know that there's many people that don't like Elon and whatever, but I am always very curious as to what he's involved in. And I'm very curious about his execution of Project X, what he wants to do.
Right.
Whatever that is.
And it makes sense because like he's got an opportunity to create like a super application. So
on all fronts, the financial, everything.
So he just filed with FinCEN, okay, to get a payment license.
Yep.
So Twitter could have a payment license, bring in, the satellite that he's been building, like, like, what is it called again? Like SpaceX, Starlink, incorporate that into Twitter. It's, so again, if you do invest in the stock market, I would be watching Twitter right now as a buy. Just watch it. Are they really going to go to zero? Why would he be like, putting in an application to get a payment, to make Twitter like a payment rail if they're going to go bankrupt?
And I also recently saw that Twitter has had the largest growth ever within the last week or two, or in a long time. And I really think that from a very esoteric way of looking at it, any project that has an X involved in it, I'm heavily interested in. And the fact that he calls this Project X, I'm all over that. I will be very, very curious and be watching that closely.
Yeah,
I might even hold on to some of my extra funds just to see. So I'm super excited about that personally.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be like watching the market. We'll be keeping an eye on it. And, it's so fascinating. And again, I appreciate so much everyone being in crypto this early. Get your coins offline, though. I'm urging everybody, please, 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 because they're not going to give folks their money back. Like, I just don't see it. And it makes me so angry and so sad, but I don't see it. Do you see it, Kel?
No, I don't, sadly.
Yeah.
I know I know a lot of friends myself that have money on there. I know you do as well. And it's a tough call. It's a tough situation.
Yeah. And like, I think about like, Mt. Gox was like the first cryptocurrency exchange, and they went under back in 2014, and the folks never got their money back either. So that's a long time waiting for your Bitcoin or, whatever coins you had on those exchanges. So just get it off. Just get it off now. Yeah. And I know with Coinbase and Uphold, they keep asking us to verify our identity. So it's just like, and I know like I had some stuff on Uphold and they were just blocking me. They were like, oh, we can't read your picture. We can't read your picture. And it's the same thing. Like I had some folks texting me yesterday, like trying to get some coins off of Coinbase. And again, it's like, asking the question, do I need to verify my identity every single time I want to move coins off of Coinbase?
Well, yeah, and it's a tough situation. Who else was having some struggles? Well, I know a few of the people that I work with were having issues with their SafePal wallet application not be tied to their phone, so they had to reconnect their devices. That was a couple of people this last week. So to some degree, it is what it is, and we have to go through what it is that we have to go through to do what we want to do. But that's why I really try to buy through, even though it costs me a little bit more, I try to buy my coins through SafePal.
Yeah. And I find that SafePal is like the easiest place to swap your coins. And again, I think it's an excellent hardware wallet. It costs about $50. And when you fund it, you can fund it with USDC and then, or Bitcoin or whatever. And then you just literally hit a button that says swap, and you can swap your coin for any other coin that you want. And it's so simple. Like using something like a Uniswap through MetaMask, a little bit more complicated. Sure. But again, like I just find that SafePal is a great entryway to enter into decentralized finance.
I agree. Huge fan.
Huge fan. Huge fan. Yep. So with that said, I mean, that's about it. Life here has just been so crazy with the hurricane, and I kind of slept through it, and then like driving around yesterday made me like so super sad. So we've been having some internet connection issues, like we couldn't record yesterday, so we're a little thrown off our game here, but really wanted to come on and just kind of warn everybody about get your coins offline. Like that's the most important thing right now, right? Because we need to protect our wealth. And again, this will end and we will be back into a bull market, and we'll be like, oh my God, remember when Bitcoin hit 17,000 or 12,000? Who knows how far down it'll go, and now it's 70 grand. Now it's 100 grand. Yeah. So, nothing has changed. Everyone's still, people, if you have a pension, you're going to be able to hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, cryptocurrency is coming to the banking systems, to institutions.
Oh, it was so funny. Just really on a quick note before we close, I was at an event that was at a local community bank a couple of weeks ago. And at the time, I didn't bring up anything about cryptocurrency, but I spoke to one of the long-term employees and I asked, are you custodying any kind of cryptocurrency? And she's like, no, I don't know what you're speaking of. And I'm like, oh boy. So the smaller community banks aren't going to be the ones that are going to tap into it. Of course, it's going to be the longer institutional banks, the older institutional banks, which we were always seeing. But anyway, it is interesting. Just kind of leaning into it.
Yep. And they'll whoever doesn't move to the blockchain will go out of business. And that's just the way it's going to be, And again, this isn't financial advice, but what I'm looking, even if they keep it 100% centralized, which I know no one wants, everyone's still going to move to the blockchain because it's more secure, right? So all these hacks and things like that, they'll be less and less because the blockchain is way more secure than keeping your money at a local bank or like a Bank of America who has one point of failure. So super interesting. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I don't know even if they're allowed to say anything, but like I said, once regulation comes, that's when I see most of these crypto projects going away. So yeah, so we'll be watching it. And I guess until next time, Kelly, what are we going to do?
We're going to hodl on.
Hodl on, everybody.
Your hosts for Two Women in Crypto are Andrea Caldero and Kelly Lair. You'll find more information and details regarding the Two Women in Crypto membership, educational and informative class and event offerings, and more via their website, twowomenencrypto.com. Both Andrea and Kelly are available for speaking events and offer private consultations focused on helping individuals navigate the future. Until next time, hodl on.